Kalyani.
Hi,
Welcome
Pooja.
to the show.
How are you? Thank you so much.
Why don't you tell us a little about your very exciting startup? I think I've seen very few product startups in the fashion space. So we would love to know, what are you doing at Ambaram.AI?
Yeah, hi. That's great. Thanks for having me, first of all, Pooja. And what I'm building is something like Slack for designers. Now, over the period of working, I'm a designer myself, I realized that there's not a single platform where designers can share their work on top of those digital assets, and actually keep those assets as their data in one place. What they're doing, or what I used to do when I used to work, was keep my data in Google Drive or Dropbox or OneDrive, communicate in WhatsApp and WeTransfers and all of that, Instagram, Pinterest, and then actually do project management or dealing in like Microsoft Teams or Slack. Right? In our world, Slack is not so prevalent, but I've seen the other industries they do. But for us, WhatsApp is the Now, what happens is that the communication is all over the place for us, and we are not leveraging the data and what we're doing to the level that the other industries are taking. And when I went to Berkeley for my education, I just learned data is gold, and tech is making such a huge difference. And at that point of time, I was running a brick and mortar design studio for a buying house. And I'm like, why can't I take my design studio to cloud? So that's how this journey started.
Right.
And this was 2017, but I've been learning as a designer. You're not a techie and you really want to understand the space, and that's what I've been doing for many years.
Great.
And in 2021, I got the guts to really just move ahead. Yes.
Great. No, absolutely great. How many designers are right now using your app?
There are almost 50 designers, and within that 50, 10, 12 are very actively giving us feedbacks. And this product has launched last year in November, but we've done 4 iterations already.
Right.
And now we are extremely confident to actually launch with companies. So we are getting into B2B SaaS. It's a B2B SaaS now, and let's hope, and we're working towards POCs.
Right, so basically you'll be working with individual designers who can of course buy and use. The other, you're saying, let's say the Zara or the Marks and Spencer can actually buy the entire platform for their own set of designers and manage it.
Yes. So the thing that's unique with us is that we are solving the problem that's not been solved.
Yeah. Right.
And this is primarily between designers, product developers and buyers. Now, there are other ERPs that are available, and I stayed away from developing those because it's easy for us to do an API integration. There's no need to redevelop or reinvent the wheel. That has already been done, and they're doing well. So our idea is to just take our platform for designers and buyers and do an API integration with their ERPs or supply chain management.
And how big is your team that has put such an amazing product together?
Wow, it's a good question. As a non-techie, I actually hired a dev shop to start with. And once I actually developed my product, which was actually shaping up pretty well, that's when I hired a team. So right now we are 5. There are 4 developers who are in Delhi, and there's 1 DevOps who are in Hyderabad. And apart from that, I have phenomenal support as consultants from the architecture side, from the tech development side and security, and also from retail.
Right.
And I, at this point of time, would like to thank Startup for Microsoft for Startups, where I've got a fantastic support from them.
Great, amazing. Are you targeting India more as a market, or do you think internationally the product will be used more?
See, I come from a background where I have an excellent knowledge of what the markets are in US, Europe and LATAM, because I used to source for them, right? I used to source design, I used to source product for them. It's tough for a person who's there in US to really continuously have conversations from their vendor bases who are in, not just in India, but Far East, and you have Pan Asia, right? Vietnam, Indonesia. So I feel this would be great for people for other continents, companies in US, LATAM and Europe. In India, if they are looking at streamlining their work, making sure that the data is in one place and they can actually track their tasks they should actually buy this to bring in efficiency in their operations.
Right. And are you looking for funds to be able to grow this further?
Yes, it's a bootstrapped at this point of time. Since the idea was quite novel, as you said, I just wanted to have the control over building the idea. But now, once that is done, we are very much looking for funds and looking at tractions first, at doing a really good 2-3 very good POCs, and then talk to investors.
Great. And in 5 years or 10 years, where do you see this going? Like, how do you envision the product?
Yeah, for first 2 years we're going to be working with fashion, and then slowly we want to move into advertising, FMCG, interior and other fields where the creative professionals are there, and even they have similar problems as us. And once all of this is established, we will be looking at creating a B2B marketplace between designers and people who wants to hire them.
Amazing. I think that would be a great hit as well.
Yeah, I've been pushed to do that first, and that's exactly why I'm actually not going to investors, because they see a lot of value here. But at this point of time, to start with, I would like to just solve the core problem that I initially wanted to do.
Right.
And yes, it because we've been awarded as Blue Ocean strategy, and we won the first Blue Ocean in India. So that's exactly where I realized, that we are different. We are not competing; we are creating a market. And to get this, onto the mainstream will take some time, but we are at it.
Right. No, I totally see how the idea stemmed, because you come exactly from that industry and you saw a problem, and obviously designers are too creative to get into coding related problem solving, so which is great that you picked it up. But as an entrepreneur, what would be those top 1 or 2 or 3 challenges that you might be facing?
In spite of being a great insider of the problem, and you really know and you own the problem, the best thing is, the first thing that you need to do is what kind of team that you have and you're building. So that's key. The second thing is from the outside, that's important. For internally, you need to be solid. You're willing to be alone. You're willing to take the stress alone, and you're willing to network. It's so important to network and really share your problem, because there's so many others who are facing the same. And when I say network, it's not just women. I think one of the biggest mistakes women do is to talk to other women most of the time, or get into those kind of fields. Talk to anyone, talk to everyone. The best support that I've got in Ambaram are from men, from guys, and they love the product, and they do see the passion behind it. So I would say network, learn to be alone, and don't be scared of spending time thinking about the insecurities that are there in front of you, or you will fail. It's okay to have these conversations with yourself or with someone else. And the most important is creating a good team that can really handhold you in the technical side of it.
Absolutely. Great, Kalyani. I think great having you.
Thank you
so much, and
Pooja.
all the best to you.
Thank you so much.